Ever wondered why some people achieve what seems impossible to others? It's a question that's worth pondering. The answer lies not in the realm of physical capability, but in the landscape of the mind. You see, we all have a unique mental map etched by our experiences, beliefs, and perceptions, which often determines our personal limits. Some people look at a mountain and see an insurmountable obstacle, while others see an exciting challenge, a peak to conquer. It's the same mountain, but perceived limits differ dramatically. This difference, my friends, is why some of us achieve what seems impossible to others. Today, we delve into this fascinating concept of self-imposed limitations. We'll explore why you should never settle for less, because believe it or not, the world is all yours. You just need to stretch your boundaries a bit. Remember, the boundaries you perceive are often self-imposed. Imagine a climber standing at the foot of a towering mountain. Picture this, a climber poised at the base of an enormous mountain, its peak obscured by the clouds. The climber, dwarfed by the immensity of the task ahead, has a choice to make. Do they see the mountain as a colossal obstacle, a barrier too daunting to overcome, or do they see it as a challenge, a test of their resolve and determination? Each of us in our daily lives face our own mountains. They may not be made of rock and ice, but they are no less formidable. Our mountains are the challenges that we encounter, the goals we set for ourselves, and the dreams we aspire to achieve. And just like the climber, we too have a choice. Do we see these mountains as insurmountable obstacles, or as challenges to be conquered? The climber could choose to see the mountain as a towering wall, a symbol of defeat even before the ascent begins. But the climber could also choose to see the mountain as a challenge, a puzzle to be solved, a journey to be undertaken. This mountain, this seemingly insurmountable obstacle, could become a stepping stone towards growth and self-discovery. The climber's mindset, their perspective, determines the outcome. If they believe the mountain to be unconquerable, then it will remain so. But if they believe they can scale it, if they are willing to put in the effort, endure the hardship, and persist through the setbacks, then they can reach the summit. Let's not forget, the mountain is just a mountain. It does not change, it does not grow taller or steeper to spite the climber. It simply is. The climber's perception of the mountain, their approach to it, their mindset, that's what changes. That's what determines whether they will succeed or fail. So, the next time you face a mountain, remember the climber. Remember that the mountain is not the enemy. It's an opportunity. It's a challenge. It's a chance to prove to yourself that you are stronger, braver, and more resilient than you ever thought possible. The climber's success is not determined by the mountain, but by their own mindset. But how does one break these self-imposed barriers? An excellent question indeed. Picture this, a climber standing at the base of a mountain. It seems insurmountable, a towering testament to nature's might. But does the climber turn away? No. The climber begins to prepare. They gather their gear, map out their route, and start their training. This preparation is essential, and it's something we all can take into our everyday lives. When faced with a challenge, preparation becomes a key ingredient to success. We can't overcome a barrier without first understanding what it is that we're up against. So we research, we plan, we train. We arm ourselves with the knowledge and skills to tackle the challenge head-on. But preparation alone isn't enough. The climber, despite all their gear and planning, still has to face the mountain. This is where mental strength comes into play. The climber must believe they can reach the top. They must be able to envision themselves standing at the summit, looking out over the world below. This belief, this vision, it's more than just wishful thinking. It's a powerful mental tool that can push us beyond our perceived limits. And yet, even with preparation and mental strength, the climber may still stumble. They may face setbacks, perhaps even fall. But do they give up? No, they get back up, dust themselves off, and keep going. This is resilience. It's the determination to keep moving forward, no matter how many times we may falter. So, how does one break these self-imposed barriers? Through preparation, mental strength, and resilience. By understanding our challenges, believing in our abilities, and refusing to let setbacks derail our progress. It may not be easy, but it's certainly possible. Remember, even the highest mountain can be conquered with the right mindset. So let's shift our perspective. Let's see barriers not as insurmountable obstacles, but as challenges to be overcome. And let's remember that, just like the climber, we have the power to reach our own summits, whatever they may be. The key to breaking barriers is to change your mindset. So, what does it mean when we say the world is yours? Well, it's not about owning physical territories or accumulating material wealth. It's about seizing the endless opportunities life presents. It's about the boundless potential within you, waiting to be unlocked. It's about the freedom to dream, to explore, to create, to become who you truly want to be. Let's circle back to our climber from earlier. Remember how they stood at the foot of the mountain, gazing up at the towering summit? That mountain, seemingly insurmountable, represented their perceived limitations. But they chose not to be confined by these limitations. They chose to climb. And as they ascended, every strenuous step, every moment of struggle was a testament to their resolve. Each breathless moment, each slip, each stumble only served to strengthen their determination. They pushed through the discomfort, the fear, the doubt, and with each passing moment, they grew stronger, more resilient. When they finally reached the summit, panting and exhausted but triumphant, they didn't just conquer a mountain. They transcended their own limitations. They proved to themselves that they were capable of far more than they had ever imagined. And in that moment of victory, the world truly became theirs. Because you see, when we overcome our limitations, we're not just achieving a specific goal. We're expanding our horizons. We're opening ourselves up to new experiences, new challenges, new opportunities. We're proving to ourselves that we have the power to shape our own destinies. So when we say, the world is yours, we're not just offering a cliched phrase, we're acknowledging the limitless potential within each one of us. We're celebrating the power of human resolve, the power of ambition, the power of never settling for less. Remember, every mountain you face is an opportunity for growth. Every challenge is a chance to prove to yourself just how capable you truly are. When you overcome your limitations, you open up a world of possibilities. So, why should you never settle for little? We've journeyed through the question of limits, heard the inspiring story of the climber, and learned about breaking down barriers. We've discovered that the world is indeed ours, full of boundless opportunities, waiting to be seized. But remember, these opportunities often disguise themselves as hard work. They are the mountains we're afraid to climb, the barriers we're hesitant to break. Yet, it is within these challenges that our true potential lies. By overcoming these self-imposed limitations, we realize that we are capable of so much more than we ever thought possible. So, hold firm to your dreams, your ambitions. Do not let the fear of failure or the comfort of mediocrity deter you from your path. Reach out, stretch your limits, strive for the extraordinary. Remember, the world is yours for the taking. Never settle for little when you can achieve so much more.